Charity Water and received by the Kenema District Council, the water points are seen as a community transformation in an area that has long struggled with access to safe drinking water. Esther Sako was there and now reports.
For years, rural communities across Kenema districts have grappled with the harsh realities of water scarcity. Children walked long distances before school to fetch water from unsafe sources. Women, often the main water collectors, face risk on those long treks, while healthcare facilities and schools struggle to maintain hygiene due to lack of clean water.
Because water no be there for drink, for family they be the sofa. You get the sick no way to do.
I used to walk for almost an hour to fetch water every morning. But today, this water point in our community has changed our lives. We are grateful to Gold Sierra Leone.
Today, when they don't count this water, we'll thank you.
With support from Charity Water, Gold Sierra Leone has constructed 82 newly constructed water points, PHU latrine, and 4 school latrines. These facilities will not only reduce waterborne diseases, but also improve the overall health and dignity of people. The newly constructed latrines and water points in Methodist Primary School, Wema, St. Michael Primary School, Kawoya, and Sandaru PHU were cited as life-changing for both pupils and teachers. Gold Sierra Leone's acting country director, Getu Debala, described the moment as a significant milestone in the organization's mission to provide 100% water coverage across Kenema and Moyamba districts.
This remarkable achievement reflects our collective dedication and the steadfast support from our partners and the community. Indeed, it is a brighter future filled with hope and promise for the people of Kenema district.
Traditional leaders, government representatives, community members, and the Deputy Chief Administrator of the Kenema District Council commended the intervention as aligning perfectly with the Sustainable Development Goals. Permanent Secretary from the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation stressed the importance of community ownership. He urged the community to demonstrate responsibility by creating bylaws, educating children not to tamper with the taps, and make sure everyone understands that clean water must be protected. From burden to blessing, these water points symbolize a new beginning for health, dignity, and opportunity. SLBC News, Esther Sako reporting.
As part of activities marking this year's Customer Service Week, the National Petroleum Company paid a courtesy visit to the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation, where they presented gifts to appreciate the institution for their continued partnership and loyalty. Aminata Bangura reports.
As a sign of our appreciation to SLBC for creating this platform for us to reach all customers across the country. So to our best, we are grateful to you guys. We want to present this gift on behalf of the board, the management and staff of NP, to the Director General of SLBC for creating this platform for us. Thank you so much, DJ.
Customer Service Week, celebrated during the first 2 weeks of October, is a time dedicated to recognizing and appreciating customers for their support and trust. Speaking during the visit, Sales Manager of National Petroleum, Mansour Kamara, explained that Customer Service Week is a special period for NP to recognize and thank their customers for their loyalty and trust over the years. He continued that, for them at NP, customer service is not just a desk or a department, it is a philosophy. They exist as a company because of their customers, adding that the customers are the reason they continue to grow and succeed, and that's why they always cherish and appreciate them.
On behalf of the board, the directors, the management and staff of NP Sierra Leone, we want to thank all our customers across the country and for the support over the years. NP is not going anywhere. Okay. NP is here and NP will continue to be here. So we want to thank all the customers, okay, who have showed loyalty to us over the years, who have supported us over the years. And of course, we really appreciate Director General Madam for welcoming us.
Director of Commercial Marketing at the SLBC, Fatima Binta Kouma, expressed gratitude to NP for their kind gesture, stating her strong beliefs in the importance of customer service, which she constantly reminds her staff to always patronize customers.
Doesn't matter how much the customer is spending, they can spend 20 leons or 20 million leons. They are all customers and you value them. So we appreciate you guys coming. We believe in customer services and we hope NP and SLBC will keep working and do more partnership in the future.
In her remarks, the Director General of the SLBC, Josephine Kamara, thanked NP on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the entire SLBC staff. She commended the company for reminding them of the significance of Customer Service Week and the vital role customers play in every organization.
Thank you, and I appreciate you. We have a customer service, commercial marketing department, but the root of all customer service external relations is in this office. So coming here today is a symbol of the importance that you place in SLBC, and coming all the way up, we could have just stayed down and met with the customer service department. So thank you.
The visit concluded with a photo session and expressions of goodwill highlighting the strong relationship between NP and the SLBC. For SLBC News, Aminata Bangua reporting.
The Freetown City Council has held a solemn civic laying-out ceremony and signing of the Book of Condolence in honor of Dr. James Sanfa Kouma, a distinguished statesman, economist, banker and public servant at the new City Hall Auditorium in Freetown. Jonathan Turner witnessed the event and now reports.
Dr. James Sanfa Kouma's professional journey began at Foabe College, where he served as a lecturer in the economics department, inspiring generations of students. He later became Deputy Financial Secretary in the Ministry of Finance and Managing Director of the National Development Bank. In 1995, Dr. Kouma made history by founding Union Trust Bank Limited, Sierra Leone's first privately owned indigenous bank, which emerged after the acquisition of the Meridian Bank. In 1998, he was appointed governor of the Bank of Sierra Leone under the administration of the late President Alhaji Ahmad Tijani Kaba, later serving as secretary and principal advisor to President Ernest Bai Koroma. His illustrious career culminated with his appointment as the first chancellor of the University of Sierra Leone by President Julius Maada Bio.
For a man who served this nation very well for over 40 years, he gave his all and he was never tired. He did it in service. He did it in service. He passed in service.
We believe in the legacy that he left behind. And we have faith in the institutions that he has built. And his chapter will be read by so many. None of us will forget.
Socially, Dr. Kouma was known for his warm personality and leadership across various social circles. He served as president and captain of the Freetown Golf Club, president of the Rotary Club of Freetown, and was an active member of both the Old Prince Williams Association and Aqua Sports Club.
In functions ever, we would start sharp. We started exactly when the clock struck 8. Those evenings were special, full of laughter, conversation, a table always prepared with love by Auntie Anne. It wasn't just about the food. It was about friendship, warmth, the small traditions that made life meaningful.
His eldest son, Wusu Bai Kouma, wept while speaking about his father's character and love for his family.
What a joy to my eye. That was truly priceless.
He loved seeing the family grow. These moments are treasured gifts, and his grandchildren will carry as part of their inheritance.
Speakers highlighted Dr. Kouma's humility, visionary leadership, and unmatched contributions to Sierra Leone's financial and educational institutions.
International development institutions, Dr. Koroma championed the participation of all Sierra Leoneans in the nation's financial system. Dr. Koroma's enduring contribution to education and public service also deserve recognition.
Commitment to nation, a commitment to excellence, and a commitment to service. But he was also a man with a social side.
In a parallel gesture of respect, the management and staff of Union Trust Bank Limited held a separate laying-out ceremony at the bank's headquarters for their founder and chief executive officer, describing him as a mentor, patriot, and pillar of Sierra Leone's banking sector. Dr. James Sanfa Kouma's enduring legacy as an educator, economics, and national builder continues to inspire Sierra Leoneans across generations. His life story stands as a testament of excellence, patriotism, and dedication to national progress. For SLBC News, Jonathan Turner reporting.
In the evening hours of the 8th October, a building collapsed at Mama Mesa Drive Femitona Cottage, leaving occupants displaced and valuable properties destroyed. Our intern reporter Suleiman Dumbia went to the scene and brought us this report.
It was around 5 p.m. on Tuesday, 8 October, at Mama Messi Drive, Femitona Gorich, when the muddy ground beneath a structure gave away, sending the entire building into running water under a nearby bridge. Although no lives were lost, the incident has left occupants displaced and valuable properties destroyed. Mahmoud Kamara, who is the owner of the house, talks about losing most of their possessions and having nowhere to stay.
I was unable to recover my properties. I even lost my 30,000 leones. I sent my wife to the bank to collect the money for me to buy fishing machine because I'm a fisherman, but it has all gone down to the water. My plasma, set, and everything has been destroyed.
Salema Tuture, who is the wife to the owner of the house, called on the government, NGOs, and generous individuals to come to their aid as they are left with nothing.
Government, NGOs, and other good people, Christians and Muslims, we have lost a lot of things. Now, we are homeless. We have nowhere to stay. We are calling on you to come to our aid. We are pleading to anyone who sees this video to please help us because we have lost everything.
Side comments from residents in the community say the incident is as a result of poor drainage and soil erosion, which has weakened the foundations of many nearby structures. As it stands now, hope has faded away for the affected people as they are left with no roof over their heads and no cloth to cover their bodies. As the call of the victims echo louder, there is another salient call on authorities to assess the area and provide urgent assistance to those affected before another disaster occurs.
The Sierra Leone police has announced the arrest of 4 alleged armed robbers and 2 kush moguls. They also gave an update on the drug saga involving Sierra Leonean artist and politician Natasha Beckley. The police made a disclosure at the weekly press briefing, and our reporter Solomon Babatui reports.
Dennis Brown, aka Abbas, Frank Moiro, aka Frank, and Usman Tarawali were among the 4 people arrested for armed robbery. According to police, the arrest was made after an armed robbery incident at Kisibrook in Freetown, where phones, computers, and other gadgets were stolen at the family house of one Valkassel. Giving an update on Natasha Suadu Bekli issue, head of the Transnational Organized Crime Unit, Toku, Mohamed K. Aliu, said an intelligence confirmed that the house where the drugs were found at 8 Kambu Lane off Fwabe Road belongs to Natasha Bekli. He said they had placed a 6-month seizure notice on the house and warrant of arrest for the artist Natasha Suadu Bekli. He also spoke about the arrest of 2 workers of a Kush farm in Sierra Leone, Joannis Tarawali and John Bull, while 3 others, Lawrence Tumbuya, Prince Soa and Baibuge Kamara, were on the run. From July to August 2025, the police said they had registered an alarming number of armed robbery cases, most of which they said came from McDonald, Devil Hole, Wellington, Kisibrook, and Sumaila Town, among others.
Amnesty International Sierra Leone has ended a 2-day training for women drawn from its regional network. The training focused on gender and women's empowerment, intersectionality, and climate change. The engagement was meant to strengthen women's voices, build their capacity on leadership, and promote equality and environmental sustainability. Our reporter June Koma has more.
The 2-day training concluded with participants sharing experiences and lessons learned, including discussions on various topics such as environmental protection, gender stereotypes, climate change, women's inclusion in national development, among others. The training session also included an examination of key provisions in recent gender laws and policy frameworks in Sierra Leone. According to one of the facilitators, Francis Madani Jabati, the Jury Act ensures that women's representation in decision-making processes is felt in every institution across the country.
It's very important because seeing more women in public offices brings a kind of and contributes to the economic development of our country, and even the governance architecture will be improved. So we want to see the women, 30% women quota being properly being rolled out and being implemented. Of course, the government is doing very well in terms of having the 30% quota, but then they really need to do more.
The campaign and growth officer of Amnesty International Sierra Leone, Ja Kai Kai, said the capacity building training was one of the strategies employed to address the intersectional impact of climate change on Sierra Leonean women. He added that the training serves as advocacy efforts to support women's empowerment issues in all regions.
Being seen as a climate vulnerability country, and then we came up purposely with this training to see that we empower our membership to take the climate change drive, and that we believe that much has not been done around climate change. But if we have our membership being empowered with the requisite skills and training, we think as a strategy they can roll out to their various communities, ensuring that they help sensitize, they help educate their communities on the impact of climate change.
The national women's leader, Amnesty International Sierra Leone, Alimatu Masakoi, was delighted for the training. She said it has been a while they had been longing for such an opportunity. She pledged a commitment to train other women on the knowledge they had gained.
After this training, first we're going to call all the women leaders and brainstorm of what we have learned, because we have learned a lot this 2 days workshop in capacity building. That was our cry we want capacity building as women, we want and it has come to pass. So we appreciate the office, especially the gender desk officer, for making it possible to be capacitated this afternoon.
For Amnesty International Sierra Leone, empowering women is more than just capacity building. It is about nurturing leaders, promoting justice, and ensuring women's voices continue to shape the future in Sierra Leone.
The Youth Partnership for Peace and Development, YPPD, with support from the Partnership for Maternal, Newborn and Child Health, has conducted a SMART advocacy training for adolescent and youth constituency groups. The training aimed to strengthen youth-led advocacy in advancing the agenda for action on adolescent commitments. Our intern reporter Alhaji Ba reports.
All that thing they do. So now we as women now for watch for complete.
The high-level training workshop focusing on women's empowerment was geared towards capacitating participants with the understanding of key gender concepts, women's rights and empowerment framework within the Sierra Leonean.
The Youth Partnership for Peace and Development, YPPD, is a non-profit organization focused on empowering young people and their communities to overcome exclusion and poverty for sustainable development. YPPD recently held a one-day SMART advocacy training to equip youth with the skills to adapt the SMART objective approach, enabling them to influence key decision makers and achieve short-term advocacy wins that contribute to long-term impacts. But how important is this training for participants?
We expect at the end of the training that participants will have enhanced knowledge on the, collaboration, and we also at the end of the training to see how best they have better understanding about the AA agenda, and also we want to see how best they could enhance participation and partnership to see how best we could advance the agenda and its commitments.
Smart advocacy actually tells you, even before starting your advocacy, what you have to consider, assessing the landscape, the approaches you are going to use, and most importantly, time bound. So today from this training I've learned that it's not just about raising awareness, but it's about effecting the real change, and that only comes by measuring your advocacy, what you want to achieve, and specifically know the time that you want to achieve that goal.
Fatmata Tarawali explains how she intends using the SMART advocacy approach.
I plan to apply SMART advocacy both at my workplace and in my community to ensure my objectives are clear, specifically defined, measurable, and time-bound for greater impact.
It don't help me to understand, but say you can even make an objective as an activity.
The training aims to equip participants with practical skills to engage stakeholders and influence youth-related policies effectively.
Amnesty International Executive Director has called on women to take a stand against climate change while taking conscious steps to curb negative human activities hazardous to the environment. He was speaking at the National Secretariat on Main Motor Road, Congo Cross, during the opening session of a two-day capacity building seminar on gender, women's empowerment, intersectionality and climate change for female members and other stakeholders. Dennis Fraser reports.
All that thing they do. So now we as women now for watch for complete.
The high-level training workshop focusing on women's empowerment was geared towards capacitating participants with the understanding of key gender concepts, women's rights and empowerment framework within the Sierra Leonean context. According to the Executive Director of Amnesty International Sierra Leone, Solomon Sogbandi, although the government bears the greatest responsibility in the protection of the rights of citizens, but stressed that it was the collective responsibility of citizens to not only stand for their rights, but to protect the environment as well.
What can we do as citizens of this country to address some of these things?
I heard the other day the president in a very angry mood. SLBC can play that clip where in the top of how people go billion the dance. How can you imagine that way in the blue water dance? What can we do as women of Amnesty International to make our own contributions in terms of climate change? What are we going to do? This is why we are here today.
Participants who had the opportunity to share what they had learned with others in a group presentation expressed delight for the timely training workshop, which they say had provided them with immense benefits.
This training has been wonderful. It has been educational because I get to understand the impact of climate change on women, youth, students, also people with disability. We also had another session which talks about the foundations of gender and also how to apply these intersectionalities in human rights, advocacy and programming.
With a track record for protecting the rights of women, voicing their concerns and key challenges, by engaging duty bearers on inter-regional gender-sensitive issues, including climate change. The exercise by Amnesty International Sierra Leone was informed by research for prompting action focused on preventing and ending grave abuses against women and girls. SLBC, Dennis Fraser reporting.
The head teacher of Multimagai School for the Blind, Sally Toure, has expressed frustration over a disturbing situation regarding property ownership. He complained that individuals have claimed owning the National School for the Blind premises that has been in existence over 65 years. The board members and administration of the school have frowned at the situation and are calling on authorities to look into the said issues, which currently are affecting the future of the school and pupils. Cynthia Kamara reports.
Here at the Multimagai School for the Blind, teaching is effective, binding the commitment of teachers and pupils. The pupils were excited and willing to learn new skills and ideas through the help of their tutors, which requires due attention. The school has been providing education for visually impaired children since 1956. However, the state and daily running of the school is currently unstable, with frustration sparkling regarding property ownership of the Multimagai School for the Blind. As recent as last week, the head teacher of Multimagai School for the Blind confirmed they received visitors who came to survey the school property, which he said was their third visit.
And for somebody to come in to say that he or she owns this land is a very great concern. I would not really think that any Sierra Leone or anybody in Sierra Leone would think that kind of way, because the Multimagai School for the Blind provides education for visually impaired children, and the land that we use now was given to us by Sir Milton since 1956, and since that time we've occupied this land, and same way to the National School for the Deaf. So it's, I mean, that's a very big concern. That's a very big thing whenever such people show face and say that they own this land.
This action has threatened their daily activities. However, Sally Toure is calling on stakeholders and government for swift attention in order to demarcate the property of the Multimagai School for the Blind belonging to the school.
So we want to call on the government, we want to call on stakeholders that, I mean, they should put out a very strong warning to any individual who thinks has a property at the Multimagai School for the Blind, that the property of the Multimagai School for the Blind belongs to the Multimagai School for the Blind and for the education and well-being of visually impaired children, equally so the National School for the Deaf.
Notwithstanding, transportation is imperative for the movement of those away from bordering home, but access to fuel is lacking. Learning materials like brailles, recorders and computers, which all aid the success of education at the school, not available currently. Most importantly, feeding is a challenge.
I told you we're feeding 3 times a day. as a boarding school of 93 kids. Every day it's a bag of rice. One big challenge we have is feeding. Feeding is a very, very huge challenge. If we know what we spend per day and what we spend in the kitchen is so much.
Even as many pupils cannot go to university, learning band instrument has been a vital aspect and a means of survival to many visually impaired children. Equipment of such is urgently needed at the school. In all of this, the school administration is calling for radical inclusion and acceptance by parents and people in society. For SLBC News, Cynthia Kama reporting.
Well, it's now time for a segment, beginning with our business updates.
Hello and welcome. This is Business Update. This segment brings you the insight in business and its contribution towards impacting the economy. I'm Moses Conte. In today's edition, Sierra Leone's Estate Management Company Limited has engaged traders who are about to occupy the newly constructed Sewa Ground Market. In a move to enhance organized training and decongest Freetown's central business district, the Sierra Leone Estate Management Company Limited has commenced engagement with traders expected to occupy for the new constructed Nasit Sewa Ground Market. The Sierra Leone Estate Management Company Limited has told the traders that registration and other processes are expected to be finalized in the coming weeks for the full operation of the market. For more on that, we join our business reporter Esther Suzanne Bassi for that report.
During the engagement, the General Manager of SEMCO, Lansana Kouma, disclosed that registration forms for the acquisition of plots, shops, stores, warehouses, parking lots and other facilities would be made available at a cost of 50 leone. He stressed that each trader is entitled to only one form to ensure fairness and transparency in the allocation process. The General Manager added that all interested traders must present their national identification card and provide their actual home address during registration. Kouma explained the payment plan and agreement for traders.
For the payment, we're going to make payment plan. We will encourage people to count payment plan at the office.
The payment for the market spaces could be made in full or in part. It is a flexible plan that allows traders to pay yearly, semi-annually, quarterly or monthly. We are not forcing people to pay yearly, but we are allowing them to pay as they earn. And there will be an arrangement and payment plan between us and the traders.
If you say now 1 month agreement to review.
President of the Traders Union, Vandi Lansana, lauded SEMCO's engagement as a laudable move and pledged the union's support in maintaining the market standards. He, however, appealed to the management to prioritize traders who previously operated at the Sewa grounds before its reconstruction in 2012, noting that they had waited patiently for years.
The company considered our membership. They consider our membership. There are a lot of membership who were here before that we removed here before the construction took place. So those people are priority, and we've established the fact that they are priority, right? So we have a good number of traders that want to occupy this facility. It's a transformation, it's a new idea, it's a new innovation, and we welcome this particular innovation and transformation for our people.
Madam Fudiagbla, chairlady of Sewa Grounds Traders, expressed appreciation for the flexible payment structure, saying it would allow traders to plan their finances effectively.
So all that part they put so for we really appreciate.
We are okay with the payment plans because it is reasonable. We appreciate SEMCO for the adjustment of the payment plan. They also assure that we are not going to be responsible for the light bill, as all are part of any payment. There are many other facilities for traders.
Not your responsibility. Then the other facility, then when they go na money 8 o'clock, when they open 8 o'clock, then 8 o'clock na it's 9 if it's a 9 they lock the shop.
Similarly, Chairman of Road and Street Traders, Idrissa Kamara, welcomed the development, expressing relief that street vendors would finally have a more organized and safe place to sell their goods.
Plan where the past governments they don't start. Now, this government can't do finishing.
We appreciate both the past and current governments for the construction of the Sewa ground market. As traders, we are tired of selling on the streets. We are happy and we are going to talk to our members to keep the place decent at all times.
But then we still talk to them. Let them take courage, let them be. Let the place get what you forget.
The move is expected to revitalize trade at Sewa grounds and provide a clean, secure environment for both traders and customers in the heart of Freetown. For SLBC Business News, Esther Suzanette Bassi reporting.
Many thanks to you, Esther Suzanette Bassi, for that report. Well, that's all we can share in today's edition of Business Update. I've been your presenter, Moses Conte. Keep watching.
Many thanks to our business desk. Up next is our entertainment news.
Hello and welcome to exciting entertainment news with me, Abdul Mansare. In this edition of Entertainment News, we had an interview with Gambian fashion designer Ismaila Jallow. And of course, Cardi B allegedly accepts to pay Offset spousal support. And now, Ismaila Jallow, a Gambian talent, renowned for his contributions to both fashion and filmmaking. Jallow has made a significant impact in Europe with his brand UT, creating stylish and culturally rich garments. He is on the continent for a fashion casting called Gambian International Fashion Week and to officially launch his fashion company in Sierra Leone. In an interview with the SLBC's Entertainment Desk, the fashion designer said he has been celebrated for designing outfits for international stars and has participated in numerous fashion shows across Europe.
In Gambia, so when I went to Europe, I developed that skills as a tailor. So I meet with big designers in Europe. One of the, I can call one name, which called Adivan and Kramanaka, and he's a royal fashion designer in the Netherlands. So I'm still working with him for the past 10 years.
Jallow also explained the purpose of his visit to Sierra Leone, focus of his company, and his work, which often reflects his personal journey and heritage.
Purpose is because of the Gambia International Fashion Week. It doesn't focus only Gambia. It's for the West Africa. I want to use that opportunity for the West African country to have the concept of having a high fashion models and international site.
Ismaila Jallow underscored the importance of fashion and how it can transform the lives of many young talents in Africa and the world at large, and he was a testament to that.
Want to be in the fashion industry or are still in the fashion industry, to focus and knows that fashion is really potential. It can change whole country because I believe in fashion, that if you look at big countries, they'll be successful by doing fashion. So why not? We can also do that. Going like what I see, I did the casting. For me, I was surprised. I see so many potential in these young people in this country, and to keep pushing and not to give up, and knows that there is a future. We still have hope. Gambia International Fashion Week is more than just a fashion event. It's culture. It's a revolution.
I feel excited.
Gambia International Fashion Week is a call for hope.
Wow, so inspiring. We hope Sierra Leoneans will embrace this initiative and turn up for the 3rd edition of Designing Casting on the 10th to 17th November this year. Away from that, Cardi B, one of America's hottest female rap stars, who filed for a divorce from her legally wedded husband Offset, has reportedly agreed to pay Offset multi-million-dollar spousal support as part of their ongoing divorce settlement, according to several gossip outlets. Sources cited by entertainment pages claim the Grammy-winning rapper accepted a 70/30 asset split in Offset's favor to finalize their separation and avoid further legal battles. In response, Offset said Cardi left him with the children, went out, and got pregnant for another man when they were still legally married. This is actually the first time a man is doing this. What's your own take? You can let us know. And finally, the Sierra Leone Police has declared musician Natasha Beckley wanted on an alleged substance issue. Things are still happening, and we'll give you more updates as things unfold. Well, that's all we have in this edition of Entertainment News, and I've been your presenter, Abdul Mansari. Bye-bye.
Many thanks to our entertainment desk for that latest updates. And now for our final segment, let's join our sports desk.
Thank you very much. In this edition of the update, Mercury International Betting Company has confirmed it has paid a winner of the 8 p.m. late national draw. Noel Holton, Lotto Department Manager, said the ticket holder won an astonishing over 669,000 millions after a 3-number play match, the first 5 winning number. Here is the report.
Addressing the press, Houghton described the outcome as a rare event and praised Mercury verification team for a swift, transparent authentication process. Company officials reiterated their commitment to protect the winner's privacy, assist through the claims process, and promote responsible play. Supporters hailed the results as proof that persistence can pay off.
This is over $20,000 to $25,000. In the betting industry, it's a huge money, especially for countries like Sierra Leone. It's huge money. And then we have the ability to pay more than that in a more convenient way. And as soon as possible, as soon as the winner presents his ticket, that shows that Mark is number one for all the reasons.
Many hailed the lucky customer as proof that persistence pay. Mercury International pledged full support to the winner through the claims process and reminded the public about responsible play.
And now we move out to the international scene. Blackburn Rovers have confirmed forward Augustus Cargo, who played the full match in Sierra Leone 1-0 loss to Burkina Faso, has returned to England and will miss the upcoming Djibouti clash. That's your update. Thank you very much for joining me. I am Mohamed Lamitwe, and goodbye.
Many thanks to our sports desk. Now to end the news, the main points again. Government, through the Office of the Vice President, has held a Made-in Government NGO dialogue. The focus of the session was the strengthening partnership and create the enabling environment for non-governmental organizations to operate. Send Sierra Leone with funding from TerraTech and BMC, based in Germany, has symbolically handed over climate-resilient wash infrastructures built in 25 deprived communities in Kenema and Pujon districts to the district councils. The support was to complement government efforts in providing access to a better wash facility in those parts of the county. And finally, the Freetown City Council has held a solemn civic laying-out ceremony and signing of the Book of Condolence in honor of Dr. James Sanfakuma. The late man was a distinguished statesman, economist, banker, and public servant. May his gentle soul rest in peace. Well, that's all we have time for in this morning edition of News Hour from the SLBC. I am Esther Susanette Bassi. Thanks for watching. Up next is our Good Morning Sierra Leone program. Keep watching the SLBC.
Just speak it out, oh girl. We are girls, not brides. We know our rights, we speak them out. We are girls, not brides. We know our rights, we speak them out. You have a voice, you know your right, speak out. Nothing, nothing will stop us all from speaking out our right. We are girls, not brides. We know our rights, we speak them out. We are girls, not brides. We know our rights, we speak them out. I'm a girl and not a bride. Speak out, speak out. You have a voice, just speak it out, oh girl.
Memorize this. I wish you exalt thee. Great is the love we should have for thee. Family we should be united.
From Broadcasting House, hello and welcome to your program. Good morning, Sierra Leone. Good morning, Sierra Leone. It's your favorite breakfast show. It always starts your day with analysis and views on issues of national concern. My name is Frances Bernard, and our quote of the day says, "Until the crab enters the soup pot, it will never know that there are two types of water on earth." That's a food for thought. In the program this morning, West African Examinations Council WAEC speaks on late and non-entries of CAS, resulting in hundreds of WASP pupils not being able to take the WASP exams recently. And European Union partners with the Balanta Academy of Music and Performing Arts to launch a singing competition on gender-based violence. And today is World Mental Health Day, observed to raise awareness on global mental health education and advocate against social stigma. This, including your messages, which you can send to the number on your screen, or you find us on our Facebook page, SLBC TV Live. This is Good Morning, Sierra Leone. This is Good Morning, Sierra Leone, and you are invited to participate by sending your comments and views to the number on your screen, or you go to our Facebook page, SLBC TV Live, and you can also find us on all other social media handles. Now, in today's program, the West African Examinations Council WAEC is concerned about the late and non-entries of CAS, resulting in hundreds of WASP pupils not being able to take the WASP exams recently. CAS, the Continuous Assessment Scores Capturing System for the WASP, is a mandatory grading component accounting for 30% of a pupil's final score. Schools must accurately upload their students' assessment scores to the WAEC portal by specific deadlines to prevent their candidates from being omitted from the examinations. Failure to comply with CAS submission deadlines can result in students being unable to take the WASP, and affected schools may face serious sanctions. Well, in the studios to talk more about this, we have the communications experts, WAEC Saliu Kamara. Good morning, Mr. Kamara.
Good morning, Francis.
Good morning, Sierra Leone.
Thank you for having me this morning.
We are here again talking about CAS. What is it this time around?
Yes, we are always telling Sierra Leoneans that our mandate is to work for the people of this country. Therefore, any action or activity that WAEC wants to take, we need to inform the public accordingly. So the continuous assessment has been part of the examination, because when you as school authority, you have taught your children for either NPSE from class 1 to class 6, then when they are about to take the NPSE, you have their records. We have what we call continuous assessment, wherein you need to assess them internally. So the Becker as well, you need to assess them internally. Then WAS, of course, is the major concern here, wherein you as school authority, you have admitted your children from SS1 to SS3. So at the end of the day, we are expecting you to submit the continuous assessment score for that candidate from SS1, SS2, SS3. But the main concern here is the CASIA 1, which is the prerequisite for that candidate to be able to take the examination for that subsequent year. And now what we have done is we have opened the entry portal for the continuous assessment scores for candidates who will take the WAS for school candidate 2026.
Okay.
So now we have opened the system wherein school authorities will be able to register their candidate and upload online. So that is the pre-examination process where we are currently and what we have come for this morning.
Okay, so Mr. Kamal, when did you open the portal for those who are supposed to be taking the exams in 2026?
Yeah, let me go back. So based on an engagement with stakeholders, of course, this portal is supposed to have been open since May this year to September. But of course, we have some issues along the way wherein all of us know about this curriculum. So that brought some delay.
Okay.
That one I think will come for another purpose wherein we can categorize the new and old curriculum. So now the continuous assessment scores for year 1, based on that engagement with ministry, CPSS, SLTU and National Union for Private School, we agreed on the following dates. CASIA 1, 1st October to 31st December 2025. So we have 3 months period for CASIA 1. Then after CASIA 1, we have the BRS wherein you can also upload now the candidate detail for them to be able to take the exams. So that one again, we have agreed on this from January 1 to February 28th for school authority to submit their BRS. Then the CASIA 2 as well from March 1 to April 30. So the CASIA 3 from May 1 to June 30. So all these timelines we have sent them out, and of course all the stakeholders that concern were involved and they have accepted based on our discussions down there. So now we are expecting school authorities to do the needful so that we'll avoid a recurrence of what has been happening for these past 2 years.
Okay, so Mr. Kamara, always you put out deadlines, but we still get organizations, especially those from schools, coming back to say, yes, we were aware, but we had issues, we could not understand the system, and therefore we are still asking that they extend the time. How far have you gone in engaging all partners so that we will not come back to ask for another further extension?
Of course, both the CPSS and the National Union for Private School, we are on radio this morning, of course. That's why we purposely organize this program so that they can voice out. Of course, they mention some of their challenges, and also we have a renowned principal here, former, who was involved on that. Those issues should not be a problem. And now they even talked about delay in submission of verified list for ministry. Of course, ministry has assured them that I think within the ending of this month they will be able to verify all the lists that have been submitted by the schools, so that any school will be able to upload the continuous assessment scores year 1 for their candidates within the stipulated timeline. So these dates, all of them have agreed on them. And the other challenge that they also highlighted is the IT people. So we have told them that the IT people that are supposed to do this within the school, if you as principal, you cannot do it, entrust that responsibility to somebody that you believe, a teacher, because that token or your serial number, like, we're in a lot of problems. So we've told them about that, and I hope they also will do the needful.
Okay, now you also have recently you were here talking about the portal, for those candidates who were omitted from taking the exams because of what's happened, negligence on the part of the principals or whatever, or the schools or other authorities who were involved in the situation we were discussing here. How far have they gone with that and
registration?
Yes.
Of course, that is why we are trying as hard as possible so that this thing will not continue again. And of course, ministry is working hard so that they can prevent it, because it is an extra expenditure. When this candidate supposes to take exams for school, then at the end of the day, the ministry ends up paying for those candidates to take private WAS. So now that we have engaged all these stakeholders, I hope they will be able to do the needful. Of course, that registration for WAS private candidates, those candidates were not omitted. When we are talking about omission, it's like they have been entered and later they were not registered. Okay. They did not register them in the WAEC portal. Okay. So they did not submit entries for them at all. Okay. So the ministry took up the venture to pay, then you'll be able to take the exam.
So how did you know that these are candidates coming from you just concluded WAS, or is it open?
No, it is open. It's open as long as you are not going to register more than 4 subjects. It is open, whether from this WAS or previous, as long as you've got some subjects and now you want to complete your subject to go to the university, you can go to the office and do registration.
So if you have facilities of such, why have you not been doing it for other candidates?
No, well, this is for private candidates. So we have started this year. Of course, a novelty, and it will continue, of course.
All right, thank you very much, Sally Kama. He is communications person, WAEC, and we are talking about WAS 2026. This is Good Morning, Sierra Leone. Continue to stay with us, Mr. Kama. I will definitely come back to you to ask more questions. World Mental Health Day is observed on the 10th October annually. It is an international day for global mental health education, awareness, and advocacy against social stigma. It was first celebrated in 1992 at the initiate. I beg your pardon. Awareness Week, such as Mental Health Week. The 2025 World Mental Health Day theme is access to services mental health in catastrophes and emergencies, which highlights the critical need to ensure that mental health and psychosocial support reach people impacted by conflict, natural disasters, and other large-scale emergencies. This theme, set by the World Health Organization, emphasizes that everyone deserves access to mental health care, especially during times of crisis and increasing global health instability. Well, we'll have to discuss that